I'm not certain if it's my imagination or if you will agree with me that the Goodwill pricing seems to have gone down a bit at this particular location. I was headed to Ridgedale, which is in Minnetonka, Minnesota, and I thought I would just pop in and see what this good Goodwill had in stock. This is the one that if I were to go to Goodwill, this is truly my favorite. I think their inventory is really the best. So I know I said that I wasn't going to do any more thrifting for reselling. I did. I bought two handbags and two wooden hand carved statues. I think they're all four going to do quite well in terms of reselling them. Let's go poke around and see. I'm curious to see what you think. Do you think the Goodwill pricing had gotten a little better here? Okay, let's pop into the Goodwill in Minnetonka, Minnesota. This one's across from Ridgedale. And it's always hard for me if I'm near any sort of thrift store to not pop in and see what they've got in store. And I really do, if I go to a Goodwill, I really do say this is my favorite one. It is just the cleanest and the brightest and the biggest. And I do think the donations that come in to this store, this is very near Wayzata, Minnesota, which is quite a lovely community. And my guess is that a lot of the donations from the homes and the nice places around there, this is the closest Goodwill to the city of Wayzata. So I, in this video, am putting in some prices so that you're able to see. Sometimes you can't always read the tags when I flip them around. I'm often just looking for the brand, but when I can, I will pop in some prices for you so you can also see. But let me know what you think in the comments. Does this visit today seem like the prices are so much more reasonable? I was really happy. This first section here looked to be their more, at first glance, they're nicer items, but then as I was looking through, regular type items were mixed in. But this is the shelving that's when you walk in right off to the left-hand side. But I thought for resellers and just for thrifters and people that want to shop secondhand, the prices today were really, really nice. I'll go ahead and set the video to music and then I'll pop in and chat with you if there's anything that I feel like I wanted to mention. I did pick up a couple of items on today's trip. I put several things in my cart and then I went to the back of the store where there was furniture and I just sat down with my cart and pulled every item out and I did a Google image search just to see if those items that I thought would have value truly did. Ended up putting back a lot of the things that you may see in my cart and ended up with four items, two handbags and two hand-carved wooden statues. I may put those together and sell them as a set, but let's shop around and browse together. I got to about this section of the store, just down that first aisle, and I thought, it just feels differently. When I was turning over these prices, I just thought, it normally seems so much higher to me. So please let me know in the comments, are you seeing a different change? Are you seeing a shift? I haven't been in this store for a while, so I don't know if this is new merchandise. I assume so. I think this store turns over their merchandise based on the number of people and how busy it is at the cash register and people shopping. I think this store turns their merchandise over. So, is it a new trend? Wouldn't that be wonderful? I loved these. They weren't marked, but isn't that beautiful? Love this set, and it's affordable. So let's keep shopping. So I spend my time, I watch a lot of YouTube videos on a whole lot of topics, as you would probably assume. It's more fun to me now than watching anything on regular TV. Sometimes Netflix. Actually, I'm watching Netflix right now because I'm watching that Love is Blind, that show that's based in Minneapolis right now. Guilty pleasure. What I would tell you, and I'm seeing it in other YouTube videos that I watch of other resellers, it's really a good idea if you end up liking hard goods. I just watched a video where a woman was at a church rummage sale and throwing all the hard goods in her bag, and the commenters are like, "You know better, don't do that." One thing I would tell you, if you start liking more of this type of thing to purchase for yourself or to pick up to resell, take some newspapers, take some tissue paper, take some things with you. They're not going to help you when you pay at a regular store, and they're not going to help you package it up safely. Typically, I have not seen this. There was one thrift store I went to, Arks Value Village, that had a whole wrapping station, which I thought was awesome, the one in New Hope. But pack a little bag and pack some paper along with you because you do want to get these things home. And I have on occasion broke something on the way home. So do yourself a favor and pack a little packing material if you start picking up some of these treasures. The other things I would tell you that are handy to have are batteries. I've brought tape measures along. I have a little bag that I have carried into these stores and the Goodwill bins. And measurements, it's kind of, you can return a lot of times. I think that was just a cover of something that, or maybe that was a bowl that was well priced. You can't return things. You can return for store credit. So it's good to have your measurements, a tape measure, a little reseller tool bag, if you would. And that way you're not wondering. I've left things behind just truly because I didn't know if that would fit. And of course, if you go back, it's not going to be there. So put together a little reseller tool bag for yourself. You'll be happy you did. Don't forget to poke into whatever the section is that has office supplies. Take a peek at these binders. Some of them are leather, some of them are vintage. I put this one in my cart. I ended up putting them back. I also, I wasn't, was that like a tie case? I think it was a tie case. In this particular store several years ago, I found a gorgeous Coach leather portfolio, and I did quite well reselling that one. Just peek through and you start to get a feel for it. I believe this one was vinyl, but that was Harley Davidson. I did put that one in my cart to take a look at it. You can start to get a feel for the fabrics. Leather feels different than vinyl or plastic. I've done well with hand-tooled Western little bags. I pick those up at the Goodwill Outlet all the time. But you'll start to get a feel for the nicer fabrics. It'll come to you. And people still buy those paper holder, document holder, photo holder items. So take a peek down that aisle when you're there as well. And here's the handbag that caught my attention from a little ways away. It was the turquoise color and the bling. I've sold several turquoise crosses that you hang on the wall, but this had all the right combination. I couldn't believe it when I saw it for $12.99. I didn't do a comp when I was in the store. I just knew it was like a leather hide you can see there, and I just knew. And when I got home, I saw that it had been on their website without the fringe on it, and it was sold out. So all of those things were in my favor, that it was sold out, but yet a current type of style. It had the fringe, which I thought made it more valuable. In looking at some of these bags, this one, I remember $24.99. That bag was so much nicer than the bags that were hanging up near the front here, which must have been what they considered their, designer handbags. I purchased this. It just had a look about it, metal. I did look this one up in store. This one sold on Poshmark. It was gold in color, but same brand, and I knew for that price that I could easily flip that. It's prom and wedding season. So these were all the things that were in my cart, but only the 4 items that I talked about made it home. And we're going to be ending the video here shortly, but I just wanted to take you around the store just to show you how large it is and how much merchandise is in this store. So I didn't poke around in any of the clothing or the shoes this time around, but I just wanted to give you a little peek at what else there is in this ginormous store.